Yeah, as always, first thing and foremost, I'd like to give all the praises, honor, and glory which is forever due unto Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. Double honor goes out to the venerable apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders at the Great Millstone GMS who continue to rule well and teach well, laboring in this word and doctrine, and are our true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. Salutations goes out to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Yeah, excited when I see things like this, man. Yeah, perilous times we're in, man. Tough times, tough economic times, man. All right, job cuts, places closing down. Yeah, so I got a few articles I'd like to share with you. Okay, and the job market is finished. It's cooked, man. It's done. TechRadar.com, published 13th of April 2026. The era of sellouts, apostates, and agents. You're effed. Palantir CEO says AI will destroy humanity's jobs, but Gen Z workers are apparently deliberately sabotaging AI rollouts in an effort to fight back. Okay, I won't stay too long with you. I just at the plantation right now on break. Okay, so try and breeze through this. Okay. At the World Economic Forum in January this year, Palantir CEO and co-founder Alex Karp declared AI will, open quote, will destroy humanity's jobs, end quote, but will benefit the market for vocationally trained creative people. Anthropic CEO Dario has also warned about the future effects of artificial intelligence on the job market, stating that the technology could destroy half of all entry-level white-collar jobs. You can look these up. Okay. Vocational jobs, white collar jobs, all right? But a recent report has now found Gen Z workers aren't going down without a fight, with many actively sabotaging their company's AI rollouts. Okay, that's Exhibit A. Exhibit B. It's undignified. Hundreds of workers training Meta's AI could be laid off one day ago. Hundreds of workers in Ireland tasked with refining Meta's AI models have been told their jobs are at risk as the company embarks on a sweeping new round of layoffs, according to documents obtained by Wired. Lord willing, you can hear me. Transmission's going through. Thing is, E has been messing with Archium's, channel, like it's like muffling the sound and things of that nature. And don't get discouraged by the views, of course, them shadow banning our videos and stuff like that. Alright? Trying to discourage, the Archium, alright? Your elders and stuff. Alright? Trying to discourage us from as if people ain't watching, you don't know who's watching and listening. Alright? So even if you get like 2 views or 5 views or it says no views, they're watching, man. People are watching. Anyway, back to this. The affected workers are employed by the Dublin-based firm Covalent, which handles various content moderation and labeling services for Meta. Alright? Alright. And YouTube's a billion, I believe, multi-billion dollar, company in that. Alright? You tell me they can't sort that. It's because they're doing it deliberately. It's a condition of the battle. Anyway, the workers were informed of the layoffs over a brief video meeting on Monday afternoon and were not allowed to ask questions, according to Nick Bennett, one of the employees on the call. We had a pretty bad feeling before the meeting, he says. This has happened before. Yeah, Meta and Microsoft to announce mass layoffs as AI jobs massacre continues, 27th of April 2026. On Thursday, Facebook parent company Meta announced it will cut roughly 8,000 jobs. Alright. While Microsoft announced it is, and I believe it hired a Elamite lady as like some head of something, if I remember correctly. Alright, I'll check that out. Lord willing, I remember. So while Microsoft announced it is offering buyouts to about 7% of its US staff, or approximately 8,750 jobs, together the announcements pushed 2026 totals in the tech sector to more than 92,000 jobs destroyed industry-wide. BBC Meta to cut 1 in 10 jobs after spending billions on AI. Look at Mark Zuckerberg's face, man. 23rd of April this year. Update on the 24th. Meta will cut thousands of jobs next month as it spends more than ever on artificial intelligence. Yeah. So that's, that's the way forward. Okay. You know the score. Replace people with machines, with robotics, with AI. Alright. Things of that nature. The company told employees in November on Thursday they plan to cut 10% of its workforce, roughly 8,000 staff. It said it would also not fill thousands more open jobs it had been hiring for. A key reason for the layoffs is Meta's increased spending in other areas of the company, including AI, for which it will this year spend $135 billion, which is £100 billion. This is roughly equal to the amount it has spent on AI in the previous 3 years combined, according to a person who viewed the memo. A spokesman for Meta confirmed the planned job cuts but declined to comment further. Alright. So yeah. Companies, man. Feeling it. From MSN. Rogers-based Carmart to shutter 30% of its dealerships, lay off workers 2 weeks ago. Carmart will close 42 of its dealership locations and lay off workers next week, according to a filing with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Those 42 locations represent 30% of the Rogers-based company's 136 dealerships. Carmart plans to close them by the 14th of April, which is already gone this year. Doug Campbell, Carmart CEO, wrote in a letter that it's taken longer to establish a revolving warehouse credit facility than anticipated. Yeah. Look at this from the Sun. Not super huge British chain, right? Warns of 300 store closures and thousands of job losses as it faces going bust. Updated on the 24th of April. Yeah, these are recent articles. Thousands of retail workers are facing a fight for their futures as the major British supermarket chains warns it could collapse into administration. Wow. People are stressed out here. Wondering, concerned about their future. Southern Co-op has announced the alarm that it is on the brink of insolvency following 3 years of brutal financial losses. The regional giant, which runs more than 300 food stores, funeral homes and coffee branches across the south of England, has told its members that a merger with the National Co-op Group is now the only way to keep the lights on. Bosses delivered the news in a letter to members, revealing the business has been kept afloat by banks and suppliers as trading conditions worsened over the last year. Wow. There's more on that, man. Okay. See if I could... new head of Microsoft. That's it. Anand Mahindra congratulates Microsoft Xbox new head of Asha Sharma. Put a woman there. Of course, women ain't supposed to be, in that head position like that. Alright? They bring confusion. Alright? That's just not the role of a woman. We're not saying that we hate women, of course. Except you wicked ones out there. But, yeah. Billionaire Anand Mahindra, Cooley, Elamite, East Indian, by the sounds of it, has congratulated Asha Sharma. Alright? Yeah. On her appointment as the new head of Microsoft Xbox head, describing gaming as a form of art that goes beyond entertainment. See? Nonetheless, man, E is going down. Let's get the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 3, which reads, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, your economy watchers, And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Yeah, I spent so many years getting that master's degree. I spent even more years, obtaining a PhD. What do I do now? And a lot of these places want experience to value that more. Okay. All these degrees, you're in debt, and you ain't getting the dream job that you work so hard for. Okay. Mental health through the roof. A bright future. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Yep. When the sound of the grinding is low, and no jobs, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay. So there you have it. Let's go to the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 14. Start there. The Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Okay. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Where? America. That's spiritual Egypt, spiritual Nineveh, spiritual Rome, rolled into one. All right. As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Verse 15. Here's the point. Neither shall there be any work, meaning employment, for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay. And that's your lower class all the way down. Sorry, that's your upper class all the way down to your lower class. Yeah. All right. Job cuts in UK, job cuts in Babylon, the Great America, other parts of the world. Oh yeah. We're happy to see that, man. It's these yapper stuff, beautiful stuff. Okay. All you have to do is just type in, job cuts, in the news section of Google. All right. Signing out. Upwards and onwards.